Hi everyone, this is Fede and I am the host of Culture Art, the podcast about the internationality of students in Groningen in all its facets. Are you ready? Hi everyone, and welcome to Culture Art, my personal podcast in which I have the big pleasure and honor to introduce everyone into the international field that I am living during my master experience here in Groningen. Today, I am very happy to have as a host one of my dearest and closest friend and university colleague here during my master experience. So welcome, Eszter, Architect. How are you?
Yeah. I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And I am very happy and curious to know a little bit more about some sides of yourself. We usually speak about something more cozy with our friends, drinking a cappuccino, but there is another corner, okay? And it's fine as well. So first of all, something more general, a little bit academic, like you remember the essay from the elementary school. So tell me something about yourself. In general, what would you like to describe yourself to our spectators, our public?
Yeah, thank you for inviting me for the podcast. My name is Eszter. I'm 24 years old. And I grew up in Germany, close to Düsseldorf, a small town called Mettmann. I grew up bilingual. So my parents, they're from Hungary, but I was born and raised in Germany.
Okay, so you are, as every time I really would like to say when I am in front of a bilingual and bicultural people, you have this double soul because you have to split you a little bit between one country to another one culture in particular to another one, okay? So, going a little bit more in detail, in fact, about this fact, the fact that you are, of course, as you mentioned, bilingual and bicultural, which are, in your opinion, for what you experience, so your perspective, the main differences and, of course, similarities as well, maybe between the two countries we mentioned, so Hungary and Germany.
Yeah, so Germany is like, I feel like the people are very like hardworking and like dedicated and like really strictly follow a schedule, you know, which I like because it gives you structure, but also I like to be a bit more spontaneous. And I feel like the Hungarian people are not that strict compared to the German people, so they're like, more spontaneous, more easygoing, and more loose. So I think that's like one of the main differences. So my parents are also like pretty like laid back and like more relaxed compared to maybe some German people, but those are also stereotypes, so it also depends what like surroundings you are in Germany.
Okay, so these are the main differences. And a little bit tricky question. Are there, in our opinion, some stereotypes for what the both two aforementioned countries are famous all over the world in the everyday opinion that are, of course, true or are completely, not completely false, but not
in
exactly.
Hungary, I often hear that people are quite pessimistic, so they're quite negative, which I kind of sometimes feel because they're always like, oh yeah, this is not good, and like, yeah, sometimes complain a lot, but also this depends on like the people you are with and your surroundings. And also in Germany, you have the stereotype that they are not funny, and they are just really like, yeah, strict, which I also think is not really true, because
it's depends.
Yeah.
It's depend on every single, of course, individual and the person. Yeah, I think that, as you mentioned, it's a good, of course, exercise of being more open-minded, that we can maybe do more every day in our, of course, everyday life sometimes, of course. Talking about the gap here, so switch to another argument that it's another topic that it's very related to your life, because you told me that you did many gap here, but very useful. I'm telling this because, as you know, in Italy, the country where I came from, unfortunately, gap year is not well considered by the general knowledge, the everyday opinion. Yeah, it's
interesting, because I think like a gap year can give you a lot of new experiences, and you get to know a lot of new people and cultures, and also learn a lot about yourself. So, for example, in 10th grade, I decided to do a gap year in America. I was only 15, so I was quite young.
15?
Yeah.
So you attended your high school, right?
Yeah, I attended an American high school.
Okay.
In America, which was very exciting. But at that time, my English was also not that good. So I was, at first a bit struggling with the language, but then I really, over the months, I got into it. And it was a really nice experience. I met a lot of nice people I'm still in contact with. For example, I have one of my friends who did her au pair year in Amsterdam. So she stayed here for a year, and we like met a lot of times, and it was really nice. So I think gap years.
So this is your first gap year experience, right? So very, very young. Compliment, because at that age I remember myself very, very not so courageous and brave, but in a good, of course, side.
At that point I got really independent, because I also didn't see my family for almost a year. At first I was a bit homesick, but then it was really nice, and the months flew by.
In which city, sorry, you attended the gap year in the US?
I was in at the East Coast, in South Carolina.
Okay.
And it was a really small city called Pawleys Island, so it was directly at the beach. Which was so nice.
Amazing.
Really enjoying the beach and the sea.
I trust you, of course. And the other gap here, so in a more mature, I think, mood, you did after your graduation, after you obtained your Bachelor in International Business Communication at Nijmegen, right here in the Netherlands as well. And can you explain us a little bit more in detail about this experience, that it was for you like a sort of a turning point, a sliding door, we can say, for a better understanding of your future, for your university path to continue with your master, right? More or less.
Yeah, so I did my bachelor in Nijmegen and in international business communication. Here in the Netherlands, so I got to know another culture as well. I studied in English, which was first a bit of challenging, but I think very useful.
Yeah, absolutely.
And during my bachelor, I also did a gap year in Milan.
Another one.
Another one, which was also very nice. But compared to the Netherlands, very different because as you can tell, the university system is completely different than in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
So I really had to get used to that. So, for example, a lot of exams are oral exams. So we had some oral exams in the Netherlands, but not as many as in Italy. And it was a very different
And
experience.
of course, you can say learning by heart a ton of books, a ton of pages, hundreds and thousands of pages. So.
Yeah, and then they ask you like everything orally. It's a bit different. But I really enjoyed my Erasmus experience in Milan because I met so many new people from different countries and also got to know their cultures. And for example, I was friends with a lot of Danish people, and I'm still in contact with them. And also, I had also some German friends because I feel like also in Erasmus you kind of, which is not always good, group together with people of your own culture.
Of course, to feel a little bit at home, in particular in the beginning.
No.
It's normal,
Yeah, but sadly I didn't have that much contact with Italian people. I have more contact with Italian people here in the Netherlands than I had in Milan. Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And about the last gap year you did about the work experience, I mean, what do you think about it? Was really, as I mentioned, maybe a sort of a turning point for your life to a better understand for something better, of course, about your future, your passion about politics, right?
Yeah, so actually my interest in politics started in Milan because I was such a mess, like I had some courses I had to take because my university had an agreement with the Italian university. But I really didn't like the courses. They were mostly in Italian, and I cannot speak Italian, so I had to drop them. And then I chose some political courses. So I had one course which I really liked. It was about journalism, media, and politics, and how like media and politics influence each other. So I really liked this like intersection between these two fields. And then I was like, maybe this could be something for my master, like something in political communication. And then after my bachelor, I still didn't know what master I want to do. So I was thinking I will do a gap year to find out what my interests are. So yeah, that's what I did. I got an internship in Berlin at a chemical company called Langsys. And there I worked in the communications field, but specialized into political communication, so political relations. So yeah, I worked with a lot of like political parties, and we organized some events where we invited them to speak with the company, which I found really interesting. And also the old advisor of which worked with Angela Merkel together. He worked for the company, and I was like in close contact with him, which was also really interesting to see the insides of politics, also in the government, because my other colleague, she also worked for the German government, and she told me some insights and stuff, which I found really interesting. So then I also talked about with them how, like, what master I can do. And then I found that I also like international relations could be interesting, and I found the program here in Groningen, and I really liked it because it also offered an internship, and it also doesn't go as long because I didn't want to study for 2 more years, but and also in the Netherlands it's nice that they offer a pre-master, because for example in Germany they don't. So I would have have to do another bachelor, which is kind of unfortunate because I think you always like develop new interests. So
absolutely, completely agree with you.
It's a bit sad that the system doesn't allow you to pursue another further options.
Here you are not obliged to have a background academic study in the same field of the master that you choose. It's on the contrary, they consider a plus something good, something very well considered and view, something like a mixture of two different fields, two different sides, like a form of richness for your personal cultural and background. It's very curious and funny that during your job experience that it was in a completely different field, so a chemical field, you developed a passion for politics and you received an amount of pieces of suggestion about your master, what you can do for your master that I think you were thinking about. So sometimes life is very unpredictable, we can say.
Really depends on your choices here.
Absolutely, not only your choices, but the networking also that in which you are involved in a specific moment of your life. Something more philosophical. We are a little bit off topic, but it's fine. Another question that maybe it could be, I don't know, a little bit tricky to discuss. Have you ever been discriminated or have you ever experienced some forms of racism against you due to the fact that sometimes close-minded people not understand that a person that is characterized by a multi-faced culture, language, it's something that can consider positive as a plus, of course, as something crucial and not bad, or you have not experienced something like this?
I wouldn't say I was discriminated, but I feel like being multicultural has another meaning today as it was for like 20 years ago when I was like a younger child, because I remember in school, I always grew up like at home we spoke or speak Hungarian, and then like in school and with my friends I speak German. So my stronger language when I was smaller was Hungarian and not German. And so I remember when I was in school, like a teacher and stuff, they told me like, like your German is not that good, and like, you know, I have a disadvantage because I grew up bilingual.
In fact.
And I feel like, and that's what my mom also told me, that they told her, don't raise your kids bilingual because then they will be confused about both languages and they won't have a strong language. And my mom was like, no, that's not true. They can, children can learn any language so easily, and it's such an enrichment to learn it. But so I'm really glad that my mom was like, no, that's not true, and I want my kids to grow up with the Hungarian language, because otherwise not all my family can speak German. Like the side of my mom, they cannot speak German, they all speak Hungarian, so how would I speak to them, you know? And my dad, he actually grew up in Germany as well, in Berlin, because my grandpa, he worked for German, for like a company that like moved to Germany. So his like strong language is also German, but we're still like speaking Hungarian at home. So, but now I'm really glad that like this like multiculturalism by being bilingual is considered as a valuable skill and not like, oh, it's like it hinders you, because it doesn't. So yeah. But now with like the development with like the right-wing populist parties is concerning, because they want, foreigners out of the country. They had like in December this like secret meeting where they met and discussed how they can they made a plan that all foreigners go to Africa and some shit like this. So it's concerning again. But I think you have to, promote this like bicultural multilingualism and aspect.
Yeah, no, absolutely, completely agree with you for everything you told, for everything you explain wisely. And yeah, it's important, I think, to share these positive and the true messages connected to this field. And completely wrong, I have to say, what your former teacher when you were in the primary school told you, because there are, I think, they are completely sure, no real fundamental basis or analysis that support this type of wrong, of course, thesis. Because, of course, a children's brain is like a sponge that is able to absorb an amount of information, languages, of course, and it's best period of time, the childhood, when to learn languages, as an easy and spontaneous process. So absolutely, it's important to like this.
So it's definitely enriching, and I think the people that don't see it like this have a very like narrow mindset about it. And they don't grow up bilingual, so I don't know how it is. But I think it only brings like advantages in your life and disadvantages.
But in your opinion, advantages and benefits in both sides, like personal, like I don't know, personal development as seeing and considering, analyzing a situation with a different kind of perspective due to, of course, the different features connected to the country where you come from, you and your family, or only related to the knowledge of more than one language, or this both two aspects blended together. In your opinion, are important these two aspects of the personal and, of course, the usage of the language.
It's really very enriching and important, and you get like different perspectives. Like I feel like you also, I don't know if you have it, that you think differently.
Really?
Than like a language. I don't know, like, or you have a bit of a different personality. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Also in English. It's like you're making different jokes and like, you behave differently. I feel like I'm a bit different with my family in Hungary, and then in German.
Now I'm excited. So you are look like a little bit Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. No, just kidding, of course. I get your point of view. It's I think it's true. But it's something that step by step becomes natural for you. So in which language, for example, you have to thinking about it, you use to think more, you don't know, maybe German.
That I think more in I think my strongest language is German because I use it the most probably. So I think I mostly think in German, but now I also think a lot in English because of our studies.
In fact it's become a strong part of you, and it's important.
Actually, I think English is even stronger than my Hungarian, unfortunately, in like writing and reading, because I've never learned how to write in Hungarian because I never went to school. So like on WhatsApp, I always write my parents in Hungarian and stuff, but it's not like completely grammatically correct. But I really want to improve my Hungarian more. And also, actually, my plan is, hopefully, if I find an internship, to work in Hungary, in Budapest for a while, and then also improve my Hungarian and maybe also learn how to write properly, because I think it's really important.
Yeah, and useful, of course. Yeah, connected, of course, to what you have already said. Have you already, in fact, plans in general for your future in terms of, apart from this, professional sides, professional career, personal one? I don't know.
Well, professionally,
what is, for example, your job or of your dreams?
Of my dreams?
Yes.
I was thinking it would be really cool to be a diplomat, to work like for the German government and then work in different countries. That would be really nice, but it's really hard to get into. Get accepted. So
high level of competitive.
Yeah, it's really competitive. But if I cannot be a diplomat, I think it would also be nice to work for a non-governmental organization such as UNICEF, for example, or for like a good cause where you go to work and know you're doing like something good, you know, you have something like impactful, meaningful what you do. But
something very dynamic for what I'm understanding. That allow you to go abroad, to meet new people.
That would be really nice to also have a job where you can travel and work remotely would also be very nice. I would really like to travel more when I finish my master. So I was thinking maybe, just take another gap year and just travel to different places, and then let's see where I will end up. I would like really want to live a certain period of my life in Hungary, definitely, to spend also some time with my Hungarian family. So that's the plan for now. So nothing concrete, but let's see what the future will hold.
Will serve you, and connected to, for example, a young boy or girl, a young student that would like to approach to the experience of the gap year, but he is a little bit shy or not so sure to be involved and try this type of experience. Because you had lots of these experiences, so this gap here. Which type of suggestion, which pieces of suggestion would you like to give to encourage him or her?
Well, at first, I would say, you need to be, you need to like jump into the cold water, because at first it's not comfortable because it's a new situation, right? So you go into uncertainty. So it's always a hard step to make, but once you do it, it's so enriching. You get to know so many new people. Like, see, now in Groningen we have so many international friends, and it's so nice to get to know new cultures. And the dangerous thing is, for me, that once you start, you cannot go back again to where you're from and your home country, because you always, at least for me, you always want to go to new places, get to know new people, new cultures. So you just have to dare to do it, and then it's gonna be, for sure, it's gonna be an amazing experience.
Yeah, so the most important thing is
just do it.
Just do it. Don't overthink.
Don't overthink.
Yeah.
Because there are always doubts, but just do it.
Yeah, do it. Yeah. And it would be a great experience, and the key to go outside to your comfort zone.
Yeah.
That it's the point, of course.
Perfectly.
To conclude, if you would like, I would like to play with you with a sort of a play, of course, that I invented myself. I am, so a creative, person. If I will list you some fields, some topic related, of course, your two countries. Would you like to give me your opinion to try to find a balance between the best developed, the well-developed, and the less developed country in this specific side? Yeah, are you excited? Yeah, you're smiling. So let's start with, for example, education, as we spoke a lot. So school, university, in both, of course, Hungary and Germany.
Well, I haven't been to school in Hungary, so I don't know how it is in Hungary. But in Germany, it's quite well developed. Like they offer you like to take a lot of languages, and like I think the school system is like structured and like organized. So and for university, I haven't been to university in Hungary. I'm not in Germany, so I don't know.
But for what do you know, for example, your parents or friends?
I actually with Amy a bit about it, because she went to Hungarian university and she compared it to the Netherlands, and she said that in Hungary it's quite hierarchical compared to the Netherlands, because in the Netherlands it's quite like flat hierarchical structures, so you can call your professor by the first name. And which in Germany and in when I went to high school, you cannot. Like if you call your teacher by the first name, go out of the class. Think about your behavior.
Take a beer together here and then smiling.
So chill, which I like, because
of course, it's
more loose. But I feel like Hungary and Germany have more hierarchical structures, especially in school and university.
Maybe in Italy it's the same. University, school are, I think, considered like a very academia, field. So for this reason, they are so strict in this field, of course. About you told that you will become interested in politics. Are you ashamed? No, please be kind, be polite with me, of course, in general. Not exactly politics, but the citizen desire to participate actively in the political life.
Well, in Hungary it's a bit difficult. Well, they are quite
the government, right?
The government, and like also I think the people are very. It shifted to really that people get like really populist and really like nationalist. But that's an overall trend in Europe right now. But I mean, they're quite in Hungary. They're quite like depends, of course, on the added mindset and political, how their political standing is. But they're usually quite pessimistic about politics and like, don't want to. They think that the EU is quite like corrupt and not the country itself. So they tend to blame the EU for their problems, but not themselves. That's what I see. But of course,
in your perspective,
depends on each individual person. And in Germany, I think a lot of people, especially now, are quite engaged in politics, especially because we have such a right-wing populist shift with the AfD. It was quite shocking because it was the second party that was like the major party that was elected. So I think it's really important to advocate for democracy and for like the democratic values, because it's very dangerous. It's nothing you can take for granted, democracy, right?
Yeah.
So
I understand.
But my friends, they're quite politically engaged, or they're like interested in politics. Well, we also study international relations, so. But
Okay. No, thank you so much. You explained this point very, very well. I clarify my doubt and my deficiency in this part, absolutely. About the gender gap, another a little bit tricky and debatable field.
I think the gender gap is higher in. Well, I have to check the numbers, but I think it's higher in Hungary than in Germany. I think Germany is more developed in that sense that they try to close more the gender gap.
As you, for example, mentioned before, Angela Merkel
she was the first Chancellor of Germany. And also the companies are required now to also hire female bosses, right? They cannot only be male bosses and stuff. But I think in that sense, Germany is more developed. Yeah.
Okay. Transportation facilities. About this.
Depends in Germany what city. Well, the smaller cities are not that developed. For example, where I'm from, like the bus goes like twice an hour and stuff. But
it's a common problem of all over the world connected to small cities.
Yeah, right. But like the infrastructure is definitely better in Germany than in Hungary. The roads and stuff. Germany also has more money than Hungary, right? So they can invest more in these kind of,
Okay. And environment, climate change.
Well, we have like climate activists like Lisa Neubauer, or like this whole movement, right? Or did you see it in the TV where the people glued themselves, which I think is quite controversial. I mean, there's really advocating for the climate, which I think is very important. I haven't seen, or I don't know if there are these movements in Hungary. I'm not sure. So I think Germany is, more, into this, advocacy.
Into this, more also famous and well known, shared by the media, about this field, absolutely. So thank you so much. I have to say for this interesting talk. As I told you before, when you did my makeup, in the back, she helped me for the backstage. So we changed the role. Your voice is so quiet, relaxed that I feel so relaxed that I am every time. So a little bit sparkling anxiety like a volcano. Now I have to say that. Thank you for your voice and leaving ASMR.
Thank you.
Thank you so
much for inviting me and for your podcast. It was really nice to talk to you.
Me too as well, of course. And my personal wishes for you, for your future, that your future and the life will deserve whatever you want.
Thank you very much.
This episode is finished, but of course, stay tuned because the next one will arrive as soon as possible. Bye!
Culture Art is a podcast written and conceived by Federica Pontremoli. The music is by Cruisers. Editing and sound design are by Nicolò Motta.